Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
All right, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Coach's Box. I don't even know what episode we're on, but by God, we're here, and
somewhere between 100 and 150.
Can't tell it's basketball season. You don't even know what episode. You don't know the agenda.
I'm just happy we're here.
You're just here.
We're here, man, and that's all that matters.
Yep,
Wait, we're all here.
Where's
Casper?
Casper
right
is not here.
You can't see the friendly coaching ghost? He's calling a timeout.
Just look at Jarvis's face.
Well, I was almost late because I was helping the coaching ghost, Casper.
Wonder what he's doing right now.
Well, I'm sure he's working on the offense that we were.
He's probably getting a special super duper coach to help him out. I don't know.
Oh,
Dylan.
yeah. Did you see the pictures?
Yep.
Oh, I got several text messages. Is that Coach Rhodes?
It sure is.
I said, yes, it is.
Well, there you go. We know what Coach Rhodes is up to right about now.
He was not at practice today.
Wasn't at practice
No,
today?
but no.
Well, he'll be around.
Team picture coach. That's it.
Team picture.
That reminds me of Coach Eddie.
I guess
No, those guys are supposed to be helpful to the picture.
No.
yeah, I guess that's
no
Blair's
help there.
ringer. I mean, yeah.
Oh, well.
Where
You
was
know
he
how
all
Blair
summer?
is.
But it's almost like when he doesn't show up to the basketball games, he's supposed to coach.
We don't call him Casper for no reason around here.
That's true. So we'll jump right in. Instead of ripping on Blair, we can do that as the show goes on.
That's a third segment.
That's the...
That's whenever we feel like.
That's whenever we decide and figure out that Blair is not showing up, and then we can just rip on him.
Yeah. All right.
So anyway, Zach, why don't we jump right into some topics here?
Just talk locally. I mean, we had some excellent ball games. The football contest, district titles were played.
Yeah, that Hillsborough one wasn't excellent. I mean, Festus kind of got their butts
if
handed
you
to
asked
them.
the Hawks, it probably was.
Oh, well, yeah, you asked Hillsborough. They handed it to Festus. I thought, I'm not going to lie, I thought it might be a game. They beat North County. I thought, well, they have their shot maybe here against Hillsborough.
So you're saying
Hillsborough
there's
said,
a chance.
no.
Osterro-Maine gave second thoughts. To
Yeah,
that one.
that game was over
Would he
before
have,
it
like,
started.
5-6 touchdowns, something
Five.
like that?
I think he ended with 5.
Yeah.
Probably had 30 tackles.
He's
probably.
okay.
It's the thing, though, right? Hey, congratulations, you won a district title. Congratulations, you have St. Mary's.
Who literally let Summit have it.
Yeah,
and than what Hillsborough let Festus have
and
it.
Summit is really good.
Yeah.
And now they're at home.
They're playing basketball. Yeah.
Their basketball kids showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you're a basketball coach. That's the only because you only want the kids to have success, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, well, good. Now we can start practicing.
So who has Hillsborough early?
I'm in December. It's not
not early enough.
Not early enough. That should have been a November 20th game.
I wonder how many calls
you
Chris Schott
picked
has
it,
gotten
not me.
saying,
Oh,
hey,
God.
can we move our game up to the end of November?
No, middle
up to never.
What's the first day we can have a game? Let's
Friday.
do that.
Let's play Friday.
Let's play then.
Just your freshman team? That's fine. We can
I
do
think
that.
it's
That's
supposed
good.
to snow, so let's go ahead and reschedule it.
Yeah.
No,
Farmer's Almanac calls for snow. We need to move it.
We recorded Jim's show today, and we were talking about a little bit about that game. same. They're really good. Okay, but don't sleep on Hillsboro. I think there's a chance if they can control the ball and not turn it over.
They got to keep the ball away from them. And if they can run the clock, and they have long drives, 10, 12, 14 play drives, 3.5, 4 yards a pop, and keep the ball away from them. I'm sure Bill will have them ready out there. And
well, they played a great game.
Yeah.
They played a great game against Ritter, and that was without Romaine at running back.
Yeah, and you got Romaine back.
Yeah, he's okay.
Nobody gave them much of a chance really against Ritter.
No.
And then, other than 2 bad turnovers, it really is what cost them in that 2-score game.
And the big plays, the passing plays Ritter made, that was it.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, man. It'll be anxious to see. I mean, St. Mary's ran away with it the year before. I mean, beat us 55 to something, then beat Valley 55 to something. I mean,
I think
they're tough.
The big difference between Hillsboro playing Ritter and Hillsboro playing St. Mary's is this game will be at St. Mary's.
Yeah.
So,
I thought it was at.
Is it at Hillsboro? I thought
No
it was
clue.
I think it's at St. Mary's.
I think it's at St. Mary's.
The only one I know of is Park Hill. So you talk about
that one.
Not
Oh,
necessarily.
man.
I don't know if you want to call it an upset. I mean,
an upset.
Park Hills beat Valley, or Valley beat Park Hills earlier in the year.
It's hard to beat a team twice. I don't
but
care
it was
what you
at
say.
Park Hills.
Yep.
It was
Especially
but
when
then,
both
hey,
teams know
once
so
again,
much about each other.
Congratulations, you win a district title, and now you get Cardinal Ritter.
And Cardinal Ritter is one of the
good.
best teams in the state.
It's good.
Class 1 through 6.
But I mean, Park Hills is one of the better teams in the state right now too. I mean,
And who beat one of the better teams in the state in Valley.
and they have some athletes, man. You got Bryant, you got the other kid that plays basketball. Gosh, why can I not take up his name right now? But they got several kids,
and it's at Park Hills.
It's at Park Hills. I think they'll have to play better than they did against Valley to win that game. Of course, they can't turn it over.
No,
and they turned it over a lot, both Valley and Park Hills in that game.
I'm just going to say right now that they're not winning. It's no, it's Ritter.
They're good. Their D line. Their D line.
So good.
Watching the Hillsboro game. I mean, you talk about coming off of the ball. And maybe they just had the snap count because Hillsboro only went for 2 one time, got the false or the encroachment, and never
only
went back
went
to
on
it
2
once, and got the 5-yard penalty, got the encroachment call on Ritter, never went back to it all year. But man, that D line, both D tackles and D ends. I mean, you look at like college frames and speed. I was more impressed with their D line than their linebacker or secondary. I mean, they were fun to watch.
They're good.
We'll see. I think if it's really, really, really cold, could play a factor in this game too. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to root for Park Hills.
Yep.
I mean, that's who I want to win. I want Hillsboro to win. I mean,
You're not going to root for the private school?
No.
You're going to root for Park Hills?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Park Hills. It's an area team.
Yeah.
I want area teams to win.
That's fair.
I mean, if you guys were playing still, I mean, I'd root for you guys as long as you're not playing herky.
That's good. I'm glad you like that. You want to get some wings later after you beat us?
Hey, we ain't beat nobody, man.
Okay.
Well, I mean, let's kind of shift gears here and talk a little bit since we're in the high school realm. Jamborees have started. So, I mean, I know our girls were in a jamboree, I think, last week or
Tuesday at DeSoto.
I don't even know what day it is. It's Groundhog Day. At some
Wednesday.
point, at some point, we're going to be at Thanksgiving break. Thank you.
Next week.
But-
It is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, only Wednesday.
One more week, Zach. One more week.
Get over it. Gosh.
Says this guy over here who's in his office.
I've been here
feet
Disney
up,
Channel.
Netflix. Hey, Yellowstone came out. You want to watch Yellowstone?
I don't watch in my office. Working. What the hell are you thinking?
That sounds like a current events to me.
He's in there. He's in there. He's in there being the mastermind that he is with the basketball program.
Here's a basketball. Here's how you put your shoes on. You dribble it with one hand at a time.
Now he's not
you
lying.
forgot to tie the shoes. That's the problem.
He's not lying.
As long as I got it on.
Over the years, when you have to talk about this is how you put a practice jersey on.
Oh, no. In my 4 years here, that has been like the thing that kids mess up is putting. So we don't have numbers on the front on either side. We just have reversible jerseys. It's cheap. You're going to nuke them in the dryer, so they're going to mess up. Well, we give them reversible jerseys, and they put them on backwards all the time. So they've got it choking themselves right here on the neck.
If the collar touches your neck, it's on backwards.
Yeah, and then it's like this. It hangs down in the back, and I go, "Can you put that on right?" It is. No, it's not. How do you know?
I guess I splurge. I get the numbers on them.
Rose goes in the front, big guy.
Bond issue. Yeah. So I mean, it's like, come on.
That's that fundraiser golf.
Yeah, I was
golf
gonna say,
ad.
it sure wasn't. It sure wasn't my budget money. I promise you.
What? You ain't got that?
Our basketball budget has declined over the years. That's for sure.
Laundering of Blair's Pepsi money.
All right,
But what's, I mean, talk about
what Blair does and what I do are totally different stories around here. So whatever.
does or get away with.
No comment. I'm like I said, I'm pleading the fifth here.
I'm not going to say anything.
So, I mean, local jamborees. I mean, Jason, you said you guys were in a jamboree.
Yeah, we played Northwest and Afton last night. It was competitive. All three teams I thought were pretty competitive. Northwest was very physical. We got three guys, 6'5", about 6'4". I mean, I thought my boys matched them strength-wise. We actually played pretty well against the height, which was a concern of mine, and I was kind of anxious to see how we'd do. And I mean, it was good to get out there, maybe knock us down a couple notches too. And
wait, hey, you guys got the 1 seed in the Crystal City tournament. Congratulations!
Here we go.
What? It's congratulations! It's congratulations. You're the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Who all's in that tournament?
Crystal City.
We're the 1. Saxony is the 2. St. Vincent's the 3. 4-5 is Crystal R7. 6 is McKinley. 7 Grandview.
Wow.
7 Grandview. 8 the Patriots.
Gotcha.
Hey, McKinley was pretty darn good last year in districts.
Yeah, McKinley was pretty good.
Did they graduate a few kids?
I don't think I put him as the 6th, but that's how it rolled out. You know how those go sometimes.
No, because that what was it, 2 years ago when we seeded
Bruce Thomas?
Oh my gosh.
Gateway Legacy.
Yeah, how the heck were they not? We had teams not giving Gateway. I'm like, are you guys?
Why didn't you just say
that ruined
why didn't you just throw the seeds out and just do it however you want?
Yeah, that's what
you weren't the AD, so never mind. It didn't work. That's what I would have done.
Did you seed it one slot at a time like you're supposed to per MSHA rules?
No.
No,
that's not how we did.
Well, per MSHA rules, that's for districts. I mean, I don't think they have a rule for tournaments, but. Well, I mean, if
I'm
you
just
look,
saying, but
and I'm not.
I want to talk about it.
Well, and after hours, we'll talk a little bit about some things that aggravate me about tournaments because some people.
No, jump in them now. Things that piss Jarvis off about tournaments and go.
Hold on.
No
the
wings.
poster says "Call it like we see it." So you're on. You're on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we put the banner up tonight, so you got to jump in and do it.
Anything I say will directly, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Bulletin board material.
No, you'd throw
I mean,
if anybody should know, it's the coach from Herky in their 39 tournaments during the winter.
This is true.
What do I hate about tournaments?
I only have one tournament. I only have one tournament. Oh, what you talking about?
Yeah.
I just meant Herky as a whole.
No, we don't have that many. I have one JV tournament and one varsity tournament at our place.
Oh.
And that's it.
Well, there you go.
And that Blair
It just
has.
feels like there's 39.
Now,
There used to be because
I've never had a team that I could go in and say that I'm the 1 or 2 seed. So it's a kind of a burden. I kind of like being the underdog rather than being the 1 seed because then kind of puts a target on your back.
Okay.
It always ends up being the pressure that kind of comes with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. There's some there.
Coaches handle that pressure differently than the kids do.
But let me ask you this: it's a early season. I'll just call it a Thanksgiving type tournament. Is there really pressure because nobody's played?
Yeah.
So
you're the 1, or you're the 2, or you're the 3.
It's not about what it's. Sometimes kids will look at that 1 and go, "We got the 1 seed."
We're just
and it's just the
supposed to win.
psychology of that And some will probably handle it differently than others. Some will think they can just walk in the gym because they were voted the one seed.
And the one that you have to,
and that's the one you got to watch out for.
Well,
and you may not figure that out. And you won't figure that out until like the third quarter of that first game because you haven't played yet.
Well, I do play one game before then, which is a good thing. But we
Who
play.
is it?
We play.
Who is it?
What, the first game?
Yeah, who's your first
Bayless.
Okay.
We play Bayless
I'm
first.
going to write that down.
Okay, go ahead. November 22nd,
Hey,
5:30.
Jason, you want to trade film?
No.
We're trading film this
No,
year.
we're not. Shut your mouth.
Oh, I mean, I'll trade film with you guys, but after we play, that's the
I'll
rule.
trade film
and
with you
that
before
kind of the
then.
rule of thumb. I mean, if I get someone to ask me for film and we're playing in a few weeks, I'm probably not going to send the film.
Hey, how about that, Zach? I told Zach he's in charge of Huddle.
So if you want film, let me know.
And he's over here going, I'm going to trade with everybody before we play.
Yeah.
Before
Just do what you do well.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hey, this ain't football.
Well, that's true. This ain't football. Oh, my gosh.
It's some of the same
exciting.
coaches. Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's here.
Casper is not Casper.
Would you
tonight.
look at that? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I just did. Look. He's here.
Hey, we were lucky to get the first. I mean, Saxony's a good team. St. Vincent's a good team. That 4-5 matchup will be good to watch with Crystal and R7. So
here's what I'll say. In going
and
to what
tell them what the Patriots will be. You never know
Yeah,
what
you
they're
never
going
know.
to be.
I thought that was a weird 8 seed because they might show up with like 35 ringers.
well,
So.
they'll have two kids. Their coaches' kids.
And this is what I was kind of hinting at. We play on Tuesday, not Monday.
A tournament?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And
Well, but it's one gym.
but you don't play the same side of the bracket on the same day, which
Oh, well,
doesn't-
Unless
that's
some team couldn't
yeah.
do it, so they swapped it around.
that's
Some team had a game
okay. He
scheduled
didn't
on
say
Monday.
that. He just said we play on
Yeah.
a Tuesday. It's tough to do. It's tough to have 4 games. We need to have one gym.
I just, and I don't even care about whatever seed I would be, but like Saxony,
You can't. You'd have to go
Saxony-
2 different nights to go watch them play.
Saxony plays the winner of the 4-5. The 4-5 play Monday, and then Saxony plays Tuesday, or vice versa, or whatever. So
they don't get
Saxony
it.
would have to come all the way up here Monday to scout the next round.
Who's
Get in a
scouting
closer
anymore?
tournament.
Just watch Huddle. Get the
Right.
film. Trade the film.
Yeah, get in a closer tournament.
Well, seed the tournament like most tournaments, and you play one side of the bracket one night,
Right.
and the other side of the bracket the other.
You never know. There might have been something where a team says, "Hey, we're going to stay in it, but we can't play
No,
on
it's
Tuesday
always
night."
been like that at Christmas.
Okay,
you're
then
right.
that makes sense.
So here's what I'll say. Wait,
That's
talk
weird,
about the
then.
pressure of being the 1 seed. The first time that I can remember having a varsity team that got seeded 1 in the varsity tournament, I was at Grandview. It was Klaus's sophomore. I don't remember. We played. It was sophomore, so we played. We got the 1. Bismarck was the 4. We handled whoever was the 8. I think it was probably Marquand or somebody terrible. And they were terrible then. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. They were bad. All right, they were bad. I didn't beat them by 50.
Hey, call it like you see it, like you said to me earlier.
There's a banner back here. So we played Bismarck, and Bismarck took it to us. And they had a good game plan, but and that was when Coach Hale was coaching them. He pumped those kids up for being, that they didn't get that seed, because that tournament got seeded kind of weird anyway, because there was 4 teams who thought they were the top seed, and I believe Bismarck ended up winning the whole thing, and. They had a good little group.
Well, I think our 1, 2, and 3 in our tournament, any of those could have been the ones.
See, that's why I say it doesn't matter then if you're the 1, 2, or 3, because if you go into
it's
a
that
tournament,
pressure of being the 1 and the pressure of being the 1 and the other.
And
Not early.
Not only that,
Well, it's the
I didn't
numbers.
finish. We play Tuesday as the 1 seed, and then turn around and play the next game Wednesday.
That's odd.
dang.
That's what I was saying. You have no.
And then would the championship
what did you
game
get
be Friday?
reward? What? Yeah, and championship game Friday. What did you get rewarded for being the 1?
Why wouldn't they just play Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
I don't know.
Well, like I said, because there's only one gym.
No, you can play at 4, 5:30,
we do.
7, 8:30.
Yeah, we do.
Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. That's what, because Bruce Thomas is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, see?
Well, they got to play 4 games on Wednesday
Yeah.
Do they play 4 games on Wednesday at the Crystal Tournament as well?
Is it a double elimination? Oh, a 7th place game?
Yeah.
So you play. All you have to do is play 4 games, 3 nights.
Is that next week or is that the
12
week
games.
after Thanksgiving?
Week after Thanksgiving.
They probably are watching not playing the Monday night because it is the Twin City Christmas.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
That's
The
it.
28th.
The what?
That would
Twin
be
City
why. Yeah.
Twin City Christmas parade.
Yeah.
Is that a big
Festus.
deal or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everybody's around
There's
here.
band-
Yeah, but they're
Probably-
playing. We're
well,
having games on Monday.
I know, but who's playing on Monday? Is there games not involving Twin City teams?
Oh, I don't know.
Because they probably got you got bands involved, you got cheerleading squads involved, those types of things.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That's why. Well,
Maybe
it's just
move the
weird.
tournament.
It's just weird being.
Or play them all on Tuesday.
I just thought it was weird when I got the bracket. I thought, and then
I guarantee you
I
that's
remembered
what it
it's
is.
always like
yeah,
that.
It's
Yeah.
got to be
That's probably
and
what
the
it
Monday
is.
of their tournament is always Christmas parade.
And Crystal probably plays on Tuesday or early Monday.
Probably late Monday because it's a 6 o'clock parade.
Oh, is it 6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was later. Yeah.
I think
it's
pull up
6
the
o'clock.
bracket. I don't remember.
I don't know.
My wife
Crystal
told me I'm
plays
going,
on
so that's all I
Monday
know.
at 6:30. Crystal plays Monday at 6:30.
Okay, well,
Oh, so maybe I don't know.
So
They just do what they want.
The 4-5 play at 6:30 on Monday, and the 2-7 play at 5:00. And then the 1-8 plays at 6:30 on Tuesday, and the 3-6 play Monday or play 3-6. Sorry, 3-6 plays Monday,
3, 6, 9.
and the 4-5, and then the 1-8, 2-7 play on Tuesday.
Get low.
To the window.
So
To the wall.
Oh boy.
what? These guys?
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
It's only Wednesday.
All right,
It's been
so
a
let's
long week.
move on to the next topic. Topic change. Let's go.
Well, hey, the girls' tournament now that he's here, he's
Oh.
got one coming up.
yeah, well,
Yeah, we
how's
see that on the.
Oh, it's not
Night.
seeded yet.
No, we haven't seeded it yet, but that's the seed of the first night of the Crystals tournament.
Is when you'll seed it.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that'll be and then that's going to be an interesting tournament. You've got Lutheran South, North County, St. Pius, Grandview, Herky, Pacific, Notre Dame, and Crystal City. So pretty good tournament.
Man, you got that's going to be a good tournament on the girls' side.
I think it's going to be a flip of a coin. I think you got probably the
One
the
through
favorite.
6, you could have anybody.
The favorite is probably Lutheran South. North County's probably the favorite up there with them, kind of maybe. But then everybody else in that range could be from 2 to 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go that 2 to 6 range. Could be anybody.
Hey, Zach, how
So
do you
7
feel?
and 8
Do you
too.
think North County's got a shot up there? Okay, just curious.
I love it when there's a North County question. It always gets thrown right at Zach.
He didn't call it like
He knows how to get Zach to shut up.
The internet is forever.
That's okay.
Hold on. What did Jarvis say earlier? I plead the fifth.
Yeah, that was funny.
hey, all I know is just keep going with the huddle stuff. See how that's going to play out. So you know.
That's fine. Hey,
I'm
Blair?
sorry. Did you get
Hey,
kicked out of Mr. McVeigh's class? No, don't worry about that, buddy.
Happens already anyway.
Here you go. Here you go.
Happens already
Have some
anyway.
candy. Go on back.
That's how it is anyway.
Have some candy.
Here, take a Red Bull and go on back.
That's what I should do.
Might calm
Put a
him
bunch
down.
of
Chug
Red
it.
Bulls
Chug
in,
it and go
in my
back.
refrigerator.
Oh my!
Hey, when you go in there, I want you to
wanna
wiggle
bang?
this internet cord around.
Man, they're on it tonight.
Oh yeah, they're on one.
Hey, it's the 10th, baby.
The 10th? Oh,
It's because it's here.
Yeah.
No, it's because I've been here since 6 a.m.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, that's
tired.
on you because we could have had early practice at some
Here he
point
goes.
in this month.
You haven't had an
Some
early
point
one
in this
yet.
year. We're not having early practice.
Didn't you
We
have
are.
it Monday? You had it early on Monday.
Why? Why?
Because the girls played?
Because the girls have a
Friday.
game.
We flipped Friday. There you go. Now shut up.
We did not flip
One
Friday.
day.
I did.
2 days.
I
'cause Monday
traded.
they
I traded
went early.
Portel
That would suck.
Oh, you're talking about this upcoming Friday.
Hey,
this
Zach,
Friday. 2 days
This
from now.
upcoming.
Yes.
When were you going to tell us?
I was going to tell everybody tonight. I forgot about it.
What's that say? Herky.
What?
I never looked at it.
I don't know. All right, topic. Let's go.
Well, I mean, we kind of wrapped up a little bit here on all the high school stuff. I don't know. I would say kind of jumping into some of the college since we're just going basketball. I mean, we've had some really, really good games already on ESPN. I mean, last night you had the Tournament of Champions, so you had Duke versus Kansas in the late matchup. But you
Kansas
had a
sucks.
great You had a great game, overtime game again between Michigan State and Kentucky.
Double.
So nice to see
Double
Michigan
overtime.
State pull that out.
Double.
Tom Izzo out coaching.
Unranked.
Wait.
Unranked.
Oh, wait a minute. Not Bill Self who's your coach?
No, find the other guy. Find the other guy who recruited.
Find the actual guy that was actually coaching.
So Calipari
last night.
Yeah.
You got Calipari over there. He's not an XO guy, man. I don't think he is.
I would probably
He's a
tend
recruiter.
to agree with that a little bit. I mean,
You throwing Coach Cal under the
I'm
bus?
not throwing him under the bus.
Sounds like you
I'm
are.
telling you that
holding him
Tom
down.
Izzo is
Letting him
definitely
run over him.
an X's and O's coach and is really, really good at X's and O's.
Okay, here's the difference, though, is that Izzo is going to get guys that stay there more than a year. Okay, and so once again, yes, you can be the 5-star athlete, you can be the draft pick, lottery pick, and all that for the NBA. You're still an 18-year-old kid, and when you're playing, because we're still talking COVID years, when you're probably playing against 21, 22, 23-year-olds, they're still, even though you're ranked, there's still a learning curve, and it's early on within the first few games. I mean, that's why you go March Madness time and Michigan State gets in. You better be putting them, pretty far in your bracket just because they're older, they're always experienced, and he's a really good coach.
And they've been in the system for 2 to 3 years.
Exactly.
And I think that's going to play
look
dividends.
They played an overtime game against Gonzaga.
Yeah. I mean,
the couple nights before.
I honestly tell you that Michigan State, I mean, everybody's like, oh, they wasn't even ranked and they beat number 4 Kentucky. Well, I can tell you right now, Tom Izzo knows how to get his kids to play, and no matter who he has on his team, he's always has his
I think
team
that was
ready to
bulletin
play.
board material, the fact that they're not ranked and they're playing. Was Kentucky ranked?
4.
But did you see Calipari's
I don't really care
message
about
that he sent out well before the games ever started? Now, listen, fans, we just need to be excited about the fact that it's a basketball season, and we're just going to enjoy. We're just going to enjoy the fact that we're playing. It's going to take us some time. We're young. So he was already doing the
He was already doing the pre-op that Tom Izzo's going to whoop my butt.
Well, they had a 14-point lead with about 6 minutes left.
Well, good coach would have kept that lead.
I'd agree
At
with
some
you.
point, he probably leaned over to an assistant on the bench and go, "We're going to find a way to blow this."
Those kinds of conversations might happen a few times. As head coaches, you're just like,
Those
oh, gosh.
conversations suck, and it's going to happen.
It's like,
and sometimes
there's a pretty good
sucks.
chance this is not going to go well.
One assistant's on the end going, "Hey, we look pretty good." Another one's going, "Just give it 10 minutes."
Yeah.
Never happens.
Never.
Ever. Never.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happens.
But hey, that just shows, man. Tom Izzo, he's a hell of a coach. Those out of bounds play, that inbounds play,
Yeah.
man. Talk about a breakdown of defense. That was with defensive player of the year who missed his assignment there,
Yep.
didn't he?
Yep.
Whew.
Pretty
Man.
impressive, though. I mean, I can tell you what, that was. I mean, he drew up that play at the end of regulation,
Wish I
which
could
was
do that.
absolutely perfect executed. Then at the end of the first overtime, he did one, and then with maybe a minute and something left in the second overtime to hit that big 3. They ran that play up and around the curl screen, a couple coming up the top, and hit that big 3 to go up for it was a tie ball game. That was kind of the dagger because after that point they just went on like a 6-0 run there.
Hey,
So
I'm just.
Hey,
all I know is when I got to see that, because I didn't get a chance to watch all of it, but when I saw that Kentucky lost, it just warmed my heart.
It warmed my heart, too.
I bet it did.
And we forgot, like you were talking about how those coaches were having those conversations. What about the 25 people sitting up there in the stands that were telling them how, Coach will blow this one. Coach Miller just going to blow this one. Or Coach Jarvis going to blow this one.
That never
Coach
happens.
Blair's
Or
blowing this.
wait, without those 25 people, what if I'm my dad who's sitting over there and he's like,
front row.
he's like, God, you suck. You call timeout? You going to call timeout?
His dad probably didn't even go to the game because he's going to blow it
Well,
anyway.
and I
I'm not
No,
gonna-
he won't go to the game.
No,
he's
yeah.
not going.
Before we were playing,
I like to call
last
that
year, before we played, his dad was telling me how bad we were going to beat him. And I'm like, I don't think so. It's going to be a tough
just
game.
like father, like son.
I probably lost his dad money that night.
Who did he bet?
I don't know.
Who did he bet?
Mom. Yeah, that's probably a true statement there.
Mom I ain't got nobody in my corner at home. Trust me.
I
When I
don't
go back to the farms.
I do
Hold
not
on, hold
believe
on.
that.
Speaking of
Speaking of, did you bring some shirts for me?
Yeah, I do. They're in the truck.
Sweet.
Yeah, don't forget those.
Okay.
I need to get them out of there.
How about the Missouri teams, Missouri plural, both undefeated.
Yeah.
So
How about SLU beat
Mizzou?
Memphis last night? Man, they almost gave up the lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slew.
Yeah.
Watch replay.
But their point guard, Collins, is so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good. Can he
good.
play at the next level?
God, he don't score. I don't know. I mean,
Play G League. Rondo didn't score either.
I know.
Made a career.
I still
He had
think
big hands.
I still think he can score. I just don't think he needs to at
Didn't
times.
have to.
we had this discussion. Gosh, where was I? Was that us? Or we had a discussion about Yuri Collins. I don't remember. I was somewhere. We were talking about him, and I
was
was
a
like, I think he can make it.
I
think he
personally
can
do
make
think he can make it. I think his struggle is he doesn't need to score now, and so I think it probably is hurting his chances to maybe play because he's not having to right now. But I think he's going to have to play at that.
That was part of the reason they were saying he was going to transfer too. Was he wasn't going to get enough light at SLU? You know, he was talking about leaving, and I'm glad he didn't. They're going to be tough.
Yeah,
Any night.
They're. I mean, even though they're in the A10, that's a pretty darn good conference. I mean, Dayton's ranked right now in the top 25.
A10's a lot better than it used to be.
Dude, there was
Exactly.
a lot of good basketball on last night because Dayton was playing. I was flipping from SLU to the other. You know, and
St.
Kansas
Bonaventure.
played.
I watched the Mizzou game last night, and while it was who were they playing again last night?
Well, they're scoring a
That's how you
ton,
had to-
Not anybody.
They are scoring
Yeah.
an absolute ton,
but they
of
are giving
points.
up a lot.
Well,
SIU
and
Edwards,
they are also, we've talked about with Izzo guys being in the system 2 years. They're a team of guys who really haven't played together.
Yeah, I agree.
At all. They have some Cleveland State guys there, but I still think they have to
Well,
learn
that
how to play
Cleveland
with
State
each other.
guy went off for 30 last
Yes.
night or whatever.
That was a pretty good pickup from a team he used to coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocking, huh?
Free agency. Now, I'll tell you though, I really like some of the stuff he does. Going to that clinic and just hearing him talk, and I when I saw him when he was still at Cleveland State, I was kind of on the fence because it's kind of iffy. He felt like he's full of himself a little bit, but then watching him again, and then they had their practice and stuff up there at Columbia College. Man, I'll tell you what, I was like, I really like a lot of the stuff he does.
Me and Coach Buddy met him in Chicago when we went
Seems
to
like a
that
good
coaching
guy.
clinic, and yeah, he was great. He's you guys came from Missouri out here to Chicago, and we're like, yeah, you know, and but his talk at the clinic I thought was really good too, and he kind of related to the high school coaches,
Yeah.
really well. And I mean, he wants to recruit Missouri.
Well, so that's
the thing.
Okay, so that's the kicker, right? SLU has 8 guys from Missouri, and they're, for the most part, in the St. Louis area.
Well, because
Okay.
there's good ball players.
There is excellent basketball in St. Louis area. Mizzou only has one guy
Oh,
from the
I know.
state.
Yeah, they were talking.
Well,
about
I
that.
think they're having to clean up that mess. You're not going to fix that in 1 year.
Well,
It's through this.
And listening to the Gates, what he was saying up there too, and one of his final messages, like final things was when he finished up was, he's like, and he kind of said it like this too. He goes, I want all of us coaches to get. He's like, my goal is for get all you coaches on board with everybody getting some concrete, everybody getting some posts, and we just start building a fence around Missouri, and let's keep our athletes here. Mm-hmm. We need to keep our athletes here. So if you got a guy who can play, you need to let me know. I want him to come to Missouri. I'm like, oh, damn, this guy's kind of serious now.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with drink, but I mean, we can, if you want to take
Yeah, well,
a
let's not go
quick
there.
break.
Say
and
or
then
do.
we
Yeah.
can
That was a
talk about
bad
that.
Why?
Comparison.
Why would
Why'd
you
you
compare?
just pee
Because
about
it's the same.
Cheerios?
Because it's the same thing that he
all that.
says.
Hey, as a Mizzou
It's a
fan,
segue.
all that
Say it
Mizzou
is.
fan,
He
you just-
says the same thing. But it's a completely different monster trying to recruit football than it is basketball.
Oh my gosh! There's
just as much good
I felt so
athletes
good.
I'm not
in the
saying
area.
that.
Don't know about that.
Just
either.
completely peed in everything.
No, and he just. I mean,
It's called a
just,
segue.
It's not a segue.
it was a
It's the
pee
worst
segue.
segue ever.
Yes, I'm with Zach though a little bit.
I'm sorry to hear
shut
that.
up.
You
I'm
got-
not going to say it. But
Well,
I'm with
you
Zach.
you haven't said World Cup yet, so that's good.
Oh, you just did. Gosh
The
dang
Athletic
it!
Cup.
I'm
Yeah.
watching it right
Whatever.
here.
Hey, Blues are winning 4-2.
Well, this
Give it
coach's
time.
box. We'll be right back.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate.
I can't go anywhere.
But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
New at Case & Buck's, all-you-can-eat soup and salad all day, every day. Choose from homemade soups like tortellini, loaded steak, green pepper, and many more. 7095 Metropolitan Boulevard in Barnhart, Missouri, just off 55. See our full menu at caseandbucksbarnhart.com.
I have a question about my listing price.
Updating listing to Lizard Heights.
No, listing price.
Wizard Kites.
Can I talk to a real human agent, please?
Looking for a cookie cutter experience with your agent? You are looking for someone who is going to go above and beyond or think outside the box. You are looking for someone who is going to be there for you no matter what, and someone who is going to walk you through the entire process. My name is Kelly Kaufman with Gateway Real Estate, and my passion is the people I work with. Real estate is personal. A home is not just the four walls, it's the people who live there and the memories you share. That's why I focus on the people I serve and make them a top priority throughout the entire process. I'm there for you. No matter what your budget is, no matter where you are, and no matter how long it takes, I will be there with you every step of the way. If you are looking for an agent who cares about you and will do everything to make sure you are taken care of, give me a call, 314-221-6090.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the second segment of the Coach's Box.
Hey, how come when we come out of commercial, it's always him first? It's always Chris.
I have
How come I don't
let you
hear
guys
anything?
all come back, and it's like, hey, bring us back to the show. Me? It's like, yeah, you. Why? Why
This
me?
is the Chris's the Chris's box.
Yeah, whatever. You can't hear anything.
Now I do.
There
it is. You got to jiggle it.
Wiggle the cord. Works every time.
Wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Jiggle the cord. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Man. So if you shake it more than 2 or 3 times, you're...
No. Completely unnecessary.
Oh, it's not the same thing. The cord. Yeah, the cord.
Completely unnecessary.
I'm waiting for Blair to jump in here.
We need a song reference. Anybody got a song reference at this point?
I don't have one. I'm out. I have no idea.
Wow.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Obviously.
I know, 2 or 3 times. That's my question.
The hands-free jiggle.
And Kevin was the one to really take it to the low belt. Below the belt.
You did it. This is all on you.
That's not on me.
It's on you.
Oh my gosh, it was all you.
Hey, you can't fool him. He knows.
Oh my goodness! Hold on,
somebody to be confessing.
I need to slide over for lightning hits.
That was from Major League.
I know. I know.
Anyway. All right. Hey, Blues.
Oh, really? We're just not going to go right
I'm going right into it, baby.
Oh.
No segue. None.
We didn't like your segue.
I didn't like your segue. No, you can't. We were sitting here being all excited about Mizzou basketball.
And then you just peed all over it.
Drinklets. No.
All right, go ahead.
And last week we talked all about this terrible Blues and whether they got to make some changes and who they're going to get rid of and who they're going to call. And then
They made 2 changes. Pitlick's the change.
Yeah, well, he scored tonight.
Did he?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
he
it's
did.
4-2.
Yeah, well, they're playing the Blackhawks, so
It's the mom's trip.
What?
Hey,
Judy says it always warms my heart to see Jarvis in the building at Pius. He looks very at home.
Judy, who said that?
Matt Judy.
Shooty, shut up.
Hey, you know who's watching?
You stay on assignment.
Hey, let's make sure we say hi to Mrs. Valroy. She's watching.
Hey.
So appreciate the support,
Mrs. Valroy. It'll be about another week or so. I'll get to see Bruce.
If we can get Mrs. Valroy's opinion on the seating.
Let's see if she'll
feel free to comment.
Let's see.
But hey, let's talk about the Blues real quick. Okay, so they've sucked, and then all of a sudden they start winning some games. They played Colorado, and the finish of that Colorado game was fan-freaking-tastic.
Vegas, and then Colorado.
Okay, they played Vegas.
Yes.
And then they played Colorado.
Yes.
But I'm saying...
Oh, the finish.
Oh, we just scored again, 5-2.
There we go.
Yep.
Barbashift.
LGB. So I was really impressed with... Again, you're talking about the best... No.
That's what I was like, what are you talking about?
No. So, Zach doesn't know.
That's what are you doing over here, Chris?
Let's go Blues. Thank you.
All right.
So,
good answer. Good answer.
Colorado has the best power play.
Good now. I couldn't hear from
Colorado has the best power play in the league. So, the Blues are already down a guy. Okay, it was a fault for tripping.
Yeah.
And who was it who with the delay was a delay game?
Was it Parayko?
Yeah, I think it was.
Probably was.
So he knocked the puck out of play inadvertently. And when did Parayko out? Who
It was one of the defensemen.
Okay. So now it's a 5-on-3. Okay. And Zach, just so you know, 5-on-3 usually
sheds.
Play 5-on-3 with basketball and see how it goes.
It turns into someone scoring.
Yeah. It might happen a time or two this year.
Then, because the clock is winding down, they pull their goalie.
Right.
So now it's 6-on-3
Can't you just stand in front of the net and
it's really not that easy.
Oh my
sit down.
Gosh, this dude.
Who is this guy?
I know you're just trying to.
But
That's Zach's the guy.
How can you? Well, I mean,
Zach's the guy that
anyone that wants people to fall forward, I can understand why you don't watch hockey.
Zach's got.
It's ice. It's cold. I don't like cold weather.
I think Zach at one point was the guy that says, "Just go get a sumo wrestler to play goal."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why
Can't
not?
you just stand there and just cover
stand
the
there.
thing?
Just have them lay down.
Just lay down.
We talked at length last week about the fact that they're not showing any grit, and then that 6-3 PK that was all grit for almost 2 whole minutes there.
Yeah. It was very impressive. I was very impressed with how they played.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I was worried that the coach was maybe losing them.
Yeah, it was
a little bit. Yeah.
I didn't think he was losing, but at the same time, it kind of like Jim had made comment. Usually when you lose 8 games in a row, they have to make a statement, so we're going to get rid of the coach. Credit to Army, and they're just like, hey, we're staying with him.
He ain't going nowhere.
So let me ask you this question, because obviously I don't know
Okay,
anything
so
about
Zach doesn't know hockey. Zach doesn't know hockey, so let's let him ask something.
One of his sayings is, it's never as good as it is, and it's never as bad as it is. Reality's somewhere in between.
Things are never as good as they appear, good as they seem, and bad as they appear, and somewhere in the middle reality falls.
Now, is that the reality of the Blues? Were they just on? Were they hurt? Were they?
There's some guys who've been banged up.
Was it something that was causing that losing streak? And now,
they were playing like a bunch of wusses.
Ninnies. I like that word. Go with ninnies.
Ninnies. Who says that?
What
a person that falls forward. That's who says it.
1920s grandmother. Ninnies.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Reality is, I just think they were going through a bad stretch there where I think they just got out of rhythm. I mean, there was no time to practice. There was no time to really, they played bang, 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 bang. Like those 8 games they played were within 10 days or 12 days? Something like that.
Scheduling.
That'll do it.
And I think it was made a big difference.
They needed a rain out.
Yeah, literally.
I'll get you right out.
I think they had no time to, kind of get their legs underneath them, 1, and then 2, practice and work on some things. It's early in the year. It's just, I think I had a lot to play with it, and then they got 4 or 5 days off, and then they played 4 or 5.
Sounds like a bunch of excuses.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, all those coaches,
You're not going to say it sounds like a guy that falls forward.
He's a herky guy. He doesn't fall forward.
Berube doesn't fall forward.
God, I really never mind.
Well, there's
Go ahead, Kevin.
Call it like you see it.
Go ahead, Kevin.
As all of you guys and all of us have been head coaches, we've all had those stretch of time where we just want to look at our team and go, what the hell is wrong with us? And sometimes it lasts a week, sometimes it lasts 2 weeks, sometimes it lasts a career.
Yeah,
but you know,
my first season it lasted a long time.
Didn't think it was ever going to get over with. Huh?
No, I thought, what did I get myself into?
Why am I doing this?
It got better after that, but man, that 3-24 season was a long.
I've been there a couple times.
We went 1-19 one year, and we were just trying to invent ways to lose ball games. So
my teams have done that.
Hey, and what's funny is we beat South Iron that year, and we couldn't do anything after that. It was like, well,
Yay!
We beat South Iron. We were the 16 seed. They were the 8 seed, and then we did nothing after that.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could have lost every one of them.
That's true. Yeah. It could have been worse.
Yeah, you got to accentuate the positive. Guys, listen.
I mean,
we only won 3 games, but we didn't lose them all.
Yeah, I mean, that was one year. It was, at least I played.
That sounds like a guy that falls forward right there.
Hey,
that's just being positive. Hey, we're talking. Hey, I'm telling them the truth.
Right.
I actually played 3 games at Park Hills Christmas tournament that year.
There you go.
Some years
we lost 2 of them, by God, but we played 3.
And some years we only played 2.
That's right.
In the aggregate,
essence of positivity.
In the aggregate, we lost by a combined 50 of all 3 games, but we played 3.
The one year we got beat. I looked at my record the other day and made myself sad, but we got beat 89 to 83 or something to 19. Park Hills beat us one year down there. Holy crap. That was the year I got a technical, my first technical ever, I think it was.
Yeah, I was there.
And our superintendent was there and didn't even know I got a technical. That's how mild it
was crazy.
I said, hey, I know. And what I said was, hey, I know we're terrible, but you could call a couple fouls down there. That's about it. And I got teed up.
I was doing his book at the scores table, and the announcer sitting next to me said, "What is going on?" And he's like,
never know what they're doing.
And the official come up,
so much room for activities.
I remember this because he didn't have the mic turned off.
It was a horrible idea.
Yeah, it was all over the speaker.
Yeah. He said, "What is going on?"
What is
the speaker?
What is happening? So the official had to come over and said, "He got a technical foul." Unsportsmanlike conduct.
15 yards.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the flag. I thought that's exactly what he said. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wow.
And the guy that had the mic, he turned it off and he looks at me and he goes,
"You can't cover it. They can't hear you."
Isn't that from football? I was like, yeah. It was so embarrassing. Like he had that mic on it. It was over the.
Dude, I was standing there going, I still couldn't believe I got a technical. I was going, dude, I said one little thing, man. And then the next game, this is what really ticked me off. The same official does the next game. Like, I don't know why they did 2, I think.
Yeah, they did 2.
He does the next game, and AV's coach, as he walks by, turns around, takes both hands, oh gosh, Mike, I can't hear myself. Oh, slams them on the chair behind the ref, and the ref's right there and just Moses on down by. I'm like, oh my God. And I got teed up for what I said.
It's not what you said, it's how you said it, probably.
You ever heard that, Zach?
Yeah.
Apparently, lots of times.
I literally just said, I know we're terrible, but some of those are fouls.
All right, so this is funny. What did you say the score was?
I was like 80-something to 19.
All right, one of my former players, Garrett Gleet, we played Father Tolton at the
Columbia.
Yeah, that was
Columbia
like.
I remember
was
that.
Like the 2 a.m. game
71
or something?
No, it was prime time with all the Porter
Wrong
family.
Grandview.
Wrong Grandview. I never will forget when Denny's Denny's giving out the matchups and he's like, he sends an email. He's like, hey, let me know if you have any questions. I go, what are you thinking? He's like, well, you're class 3 and they're class 3. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, not even close.
I mean, we were competitive. We had a good group, but you know what? We're not Father Tolton good at that time. Are you kidding me?
Porter.
Hey, technically, Alabama and SEMO are D1 in football. Maybe you should match them up.
It's not even that close. Okay, I was like, Oh shoot! So it's like, hey, we're gonna let's go out here and work hard on here. I was like,
I remember when that. I remember that.
And
I was like,
then we got
ooh.
broadcasts on ESPN3.
Yes. I totally remember it.
One year we took, when I was the AD, one year when I was the AD, we decided to get out of the Park Hills tournament, so we go up to Chaminade's Christmas
I remember
tournament.
that too.
And we get seated as the 8 seed up against Chaminade with Tatum and Tyler Cook.
Yeah, you guys
And then
went
Tatum
up there.
didn't even play.
I remember that too.
And they decided we're not going to play Tatum in the first round. And the guys were so disappointed because one of them's goal was to get posterized by Jason Tatum.
Okay, I can see where that'd be kind of cool.
So he took one from Tyler Cook. He got face crotched right by Tyler Cook just to get dunked on.
It's not nearly the same though.
No, it's not. But he goes. That kid's D1. I'm taking it.
Oh, there's so many things. So many things.
D1.
My
D1. You said it. You said it.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh, we may need to go to break again.
Jarvis is down. Jarvis is down. Jarvis is down.
Mute the mic.
Oh my.
He can't hear himself anyway. He'll hear he's going,
Oh man, I'm crying.
Oh boy.
He needed this. He
Off
needed
the rails.
this, just so you know.
Oh, the rails.
Man, that was funny.
I don't think I've ever heard that. I'm taking it. Wow.
And we gonna take it.
Oh my gosh.
That is worse than falling for.
There we go. There we go.
That is like a beyond level of falling for.
So I don't know if you remember the Clay Schulte kid who played for me out of Grandview. Clay Schulte is one of the state record holders for charges taken. Okay, and it was just insane because here's this kid who's about 6'2", you could put 2.5 Dr. Seuss books underneath him when he jumped. Like he could not jump at all. And but he somehow was one of the better rebounders I've ever seen. Anyway, he would take charges all the time. We played Lift for Life. Now this is Eddie's senior year, so we sucked. Okay, we were the 8th seed.
Eddie,
yeah.
Sorry, coach.
Oh, it's all right. He knows. So
he knows. Like it's all his fault.
No, he knows. Oh, wait.
It's all Eddie's fault.
It's all his fault.
What's
had nothing to do with bad coaching.
No.
I don't think there's any kind of. Mike Krzyzewski could have been the coach of that team. Okay, I don't think it was going to change anything. Hell, I had Coach Davis sitting on the bench. He's Hall of Fame. No, it didn't help. So we think about this. Give a number of an inordinate amount of turnovers a kid would have in a season. Just
320.
No,
come on.
Okay,
You said inordinate.
26 games.
26 games. How many turnovers do you think would be a large amount?
130.
240. Large amount? 240.
240.
10 a game by himself?
My God,
One person?
if you're still
Yes,
playing
that's what
him,
he
you
said.
got
One person.
He said there no coaching would help. So
All right, so I can't remember off the top of my head, but Eddie had 130, I think, something. Then another kid had 100 and something by himself too.
on your team.
On the team, and then that's not counting the other guys who played. So we weren't
230 turnovers between two people.
kids.
Dang,
I'll
Eddie.
look it up another
Eddie,
point.
I stand corrected. It was your fault.
Hey, a lot of those turnovers happen between both spike lines too. Just so you know. So we're playing Lift for Life. Now we already played them. They already thumped us because we played them in the regular season. So we go up to Hancock and we're playing, and they got this kid who's 6'7", looks like he drove the damn bus to the game. Okay, he's
Full
legitimately really, really good, and they've got 2 or 3 kids who there's real athletic. We have no shot. We're playing, and we. It's just funny because here they get this again, a steal. Brett's back, Clay Schulte's back, and here comes this kid, and it's a 2-on-1, and you can just see it happening. Brett he probably doesn't do it on purpose. He stunts at the guy with the ball. The kid tosses it over to the big 6'7" kid running the floor, and from the serve line, this kid goes up to dunk. Well, Brett just stands there, and he's like, "I'm taking this." And he took it right in the face, and that guy basically put his freaking hand on his shoulder, dumped the ball, and teabag. Just bigger. And, hey,
knew where this was going.
Hey, wait for it.
As soon as he said
and
that.
then hung there, and it was he stayed there. I was like, he never did take the charge. He was just there, and it was just like
He took it all
like
right.
slow motion,
Yes.
like boom,
Oh, geez.
still there, then there, and then he's down off the rim, and I'm like,
In his head is, I'll take it.
my gosh, this just happened.
Bring those tea bags out.
And it was like, oh god, that's the worst I've seen anybody get it.
That's the worst I've seen him get it.
I'm gonna take it. You sure did, bud. Oh man, hey, what a great kid though. Those guys, it was tough.
And thank you for putting him in his best light, apparently, as well, describing him.
He's like he smart kid. I think he might even be an engineer or something. And then illegally races motorcycles or something through St. Louis. I don't know. He does a couple things.
Oh my gosh.
Man, he's just throwing it all out there tonight.
Ain't nobody listening anyway.
Any info you want, you get it
Call
tonight.
it like we see it.
You can't say that on the air.
No one's listening anyway.
Only 8 people.
Well, hey.
Well, that's now.
Is that counting wives and family members?
Sitting here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here.
5 of us on it.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm watching the soccer game, so
Nobody. What did you just say?
Did somebody hear an echo? I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either.
I heard some
says
kind
the
of-
ghost.
So
That's right. You got it.
What's are we gonna go into the Jeff Saturday thing we never discussed?
Yeah.
Oh,
I kind of like that discussion.
That's why I picked them to win.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the only reason?
No, that's one of the good reasons.
So you take the TV analyst and you make him the interim head coach?
That's right.
He's want to know.
Did you pick the Redskins? Or sorry, I just.
Oh,
called
you
them
can't
Reds.
say that.
Oh, he's canceled.
You're out.
He's
You're
canceled. I might as well
And-
join Shooty on assignment.
Here comes Dan Snyder.
Commanders. Is that what they are?
Yes.
Commandos.
Commandos. That would be even funnier than Commandos.
Great. If they were the Commandos, I would definitely buy their jersey.
We're going Commando.
What kind of jersey is that?
Fruit of the Loom.
Lots of space.
How to speak
You
Australian.
got him started. He's never stopping.
Literally.
Chaps.
Literally.
I can feel the breeze.
Oh my gosh! I needed this.
Air conditioned briefs.
Man, I needed to laugh. Oh boy!
The lightest jersey you'll ever wear.
I can't believe people watch this.
They don't.
Nobody does. Hey, I want to sponsor the show. I don't know if I would either.
Fruit of the Loom, where you at?
No doubt. Let's
No matter if nobody watches it, this makes our night a lot easier. I can probably say
Who
that.
cares? You don't like it, tough. We're still here. We don't care. Haters gonna hate.
Free. What you
Free.
do is free.
Well, hey, you get what you pay for.
That's right.
And you get us. Sorry.
That I don't even know where to go now.
Commandos.
All right, Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Go ahead, Jason.
I don't know. We're gonna
okay.
see. We're gonna see where it ends up.
Would you guys have, as if you were the owner of an NFL team or a professional team, would you be willing to go that route and get somebody who's never been in professional coaching or college coaching and just randomly pull them off the street in the middle of a season?
Well, it wasn't a random pull him off the street thing. I mean, he's been around football. It's not like
It's a TV analyst.
Cardinals did it with Matheny.
in a coaching, but that was at the beginning of the year.
Right.
Not in the middle of the year. The teams played awful.
Right.
Well, I mean,
They've changed quarterbacks twice. They've gone back to the starter now.
Yeah.
Would you have the guts to do it?
No.
well, if I'm the owner, I can do what I want to do.
That is
but
true.
yeah,
What
Yeah.
do you have to lose?
I think.
Did you
What
say
does it
what
change
do you
first
have
round
to
draft
lose?
pick?
What does it change?
Number
what
one draft pick.
Well, it could.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. What does it change if he comes in and maybe revamps everything around him, and just says, you know what, this guy's coming in here. He's just going to come in, and we're just going to let him take charge and run off the guys that don't need to be here, basically, and say, hey, we're going to take this year and see what happens. And then,
they're obviously doing that,
and I think
they are doing that.
And I think it's making a difference because those guys that maybe were halfway playing because they didn't like the coach or they didn't feel like the coach was doing. I think it's changing the culture.
You're a professional. You get paid millions of dollars. Go out and do your job.
That's the key. They get paid $1 million just to go out and not do anything.
Well, I still think you got to give that a couple of weeks. There's still a honeymoon period with this type of thing.
All right, agree.
But I still think that there's other guys on that coaching staff that are like, I've done what over the last few years to pay my dues, and you go pull some guy from the fourth pair.
You sound like Bill Cowher right now.
But I'm just saying, but if I'm one of those guys in there who's paid my dues as to be a coordinator and moved up the ranks, and I get an opportunity to just be an interim for a couple of weeks.
Exactly.
To show what I can do. You don't have to hire me.
No loyalty?
No loyalty.
Well,
have you met Jim Irsay?
Whether that's right or not, I'm just saying that's the feeling in the locker room.
I could see that as the feeling. I think you have a guy that played for Indianapolis, a guy that won a Super Bowl as the center of the Colts. He's been in football for how many years? It's not like he doesn't know football.
He's very well liked in Indy.
You know what?
He's very well liked.
You guys are all missing the point. He has had Peyton Manning's hands.
And we're back to it. He's had him in his commandos.
That's where I was going with it. You stole what you commandos.
Oh, my God. Omaha!
Oh, yeah. Jeff Saturday is responsible for Omaha. It's his thing.
You could never say teabag on the show again because he is out of control. He's out of control.
I didn't say it. He said it.
Why are we saying teabag so much?
I'm saying teabag. I'm going to take this one.
Stop it. Stop it. We better go to break. It is time for a break, just so you know.
It is a big slap. I can see that.
So if you're thirsty and you need a drink, grab yourself some Lipton
to the face.
It is big, he said.
Take it. You're going to take it. Slap to the face in your commandos.
Hey, you're watching the Coach's Box.
You're watching the Coach's Box. We will be back, maybe.
Oh, beat the legs quick.
We're all fine.
Case and Bucks and Barnhart welcomes back the 2-pound pork steak special every Thursday. Kids eat free every Tuesday, and all-you-can-eat soup and salad every day, all day, only at Case and Bucks and Barnhart, home of over 55 appetizers. Learn more at caseandbucksbarnhart.com.
I'm the latest hashtag challenge, and everyone on social media is trying me. I'm trending so hard that hashtag common sense can't keep up. This is gonna get tens and tens of views. But if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, you could be left to pay for this yourself.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
You aren't looking for a cookie cutter experience with your agent. You are looking for someone who is going to go above and beyond or think outside the box. You are looking for someone who is going to be there for you no matter what, and someone who is going to walk you through the entire process. My name is Callie Kaufman with Gateway Real Estate, and my passion is the people I work with. Real estate is personal. A home is not just the four walls, it's the people who live there and the memories you share. That's why I focus on the people I serve and make them a top priority throughout the entire process. I'm there for you. No matter what your budget is, no matter where you are, and no matter how long it takes, I will be there with you every step of the way. If you are looking for an agent who cares about you and will do everything to make sure you are taken care of, give me a call. 314-221-6090.
I have a question about my listing price.
Updating listing to Lizard Heights.
No, listing price.
Wizard Kites.
Can I talk to a real human agent, please?
Back to
Hey,
Welcome
we're back here on the coach's box.
Coaches
There you go.
Hey,
isn't it great that all of us get featured when we segue back in from commercial?
It's almost like socialism where everybody gets everything. Everybody's equal.
Well, no telling what's being taught in
exactly
McVey's class down there.
I guarantee
Jarvis forgets that I've subbed for him.
Rhodes says, a lot of cell phone.
Yeah, so I was getting ready to ask if there's any cell phones in his class
Nope.
or anything.
Can't have that.
Have you had any of his students come down with cell phone issues? No, that's good.
Actually haven't. For other reasons.
That's nature.
Why he get kicked out of Mr. McVey's class?
Exactly. That's
Why doesn't
the
he
question.
like me?
Why is the question? Why are you getting kicked out of my class? Of all classes and of all teachers, why are you getting kicked out of my
I
class?
wanted to say. Never mind. I'll
please
leave that
don't.
after hours.
There we go. What you say?
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
FERPA.
Nobody's
HIPAA,
listening.
whatever
Yeah,
it's
FERPA, HIPAA.
One of those.
Well, if you go back to your last subject, there could be some herpa.
My goodness. Did you say herpa? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Except for herpes.
Can't get rid of that. There, but okay.
I wasn't either, but okay.
It's a funny movie line, okay?
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, Zach, what we got?
I don't know. You guys were talking about Jeff Saturday, and it spun out of control. So I ain't bringing up.
Jarvis over there dying. Jason, got something to say?
Jason's crying over
I'm
there.
not talking anymore, dude. Slap you in the face. I can't talk.
Is that to make you want to slap your mama or what?
No.
Wow.
Oh, my. Zach, what's an actual topic for the show?
All right. So.
While Jarvis gathers himself.
What?
He's gathering himself.
Oh, my God.
What did I say?
I don't know about all that.
It's not what I said. It's how I said it.
Exactly. All right. So we got to talk about something. I don't like the college football rankings. I think it's absolutely absurd.
All right.
I think it's absolutely because why are you going to put LSU at 6 when they have 2 losses? You cannot play. You cannot even be in the conversation for a national title with 2 losses. I don't care. I love Alabama to death. They are out of contention for 2 plays, not touchdowns, not scores, not 2 plays, a field goal and a 2-point conversion. But they're out of it because they have 2 losses. The fact that you have this. I don't know if I want to say the word rigged, but the fact that LSU is 6 when you've got USC down, they're a 1-loss team. I know everybody's off the Clemson bandwagon, but they only have 1 loss and still will probably compete and maybe even win for an ACC title. Ohio State, Michigan, one of them is going to be gone with 1 loss. It's just ridiculous to me.
Strength of schedule.
I don't care. You play who you play. You lost.
So you're saying like Central Florida when they went undefeated should have played for a national
Just
title.
like Cincinnati went into the playoffs because they were undefeated the year after that. Yes. You are undefeated. I don't care. You played who you played. So You want Mizzou to be ranked because of all of their losses because they played?
No, because
okay,
I don't
exactly.
want them ranked because they're awful.
They're not good.
But that's my point. They've lost. Okay,
No,
you
they've
can't
lost and
compare
no,
Mizzou and LSU.
I'm just talking about the fact
You
that they
can't-
have lost.
You can't compare LSU and USC.
Who are LSU's
Why?
losses to?
Because they're not as USC is not as good.
I'm not sure.
Bama and
Well, they beat.
They have a better
they
record.
beat Bama. Who are LSU's losses to?
Tennessee, who took them to the woodshed.
Okay.
Yeah, a good Tennessee team.
Yeah,
Who's right on the edge of
go
being
find
in
it
or
now.
out?
I can't remember who the other.
They're 5.
Was it?
They're 5. I'm going to look it up.
What do y'all think about TCU being that high?
Yeah, they should. They're
They
undefeated.
shouldn't.
Have you not? You talk
big-
about strength of schedule.
Kansas
they're
is
up
in
there
second
too.
place in the Big 12. Back
Yeah,
off.
just come on. You're talking about the Big 12
because they're winning.
and they don't
because
play.
it's
They
the
don't
Big
play
12.
anybody. They're the Big 12. Their conference is a bunch of nobodies.
They can't even count the right
Vanderbilt,
number of schools.
Mizzou.
Yeah, it's a Big 9.
It's the Big 12. It's 8-ish.
Well, they go back to the Big 8.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because they're bringing in BYU.
They lost to Florida State. LSU did.
that was a bad loss.
Florida State. And they're
I'm not
getting all
saying
this love.
I'm not saying I disagree with you. That is a bad loss, but you cannot compare.
It's what you've done for me lately, guys.
Yes.
It's how it is.
Well,
It's
same
always
thing in
been.
basketball.
There's no way a two-team. This I will agree with him. There's no way a two-loss team should be in it.
Well, here's why a 2-loss team should be is if we expand the playoffs. You took a week away from the stupid season, and you played, and you put more teams in, and then you take away all the talk about, well, should they make the Final Four group yet? Yeah, these guys should, and these other guys, and then play it out and decide the freaking national championship that way. Those are the best teams. Put eight. I'm fine with 8. Or, hey, make a bye. Have 12 teams. Give the top 4 a bye. There you go. Great. Cool. Fixed it. I just fixed college football.
I'm just saying
Hire
with
me.
the way college football is,
Hire me.
is at the moment.
Hire me.
That I agree with Zach that I do
Oh,
not.
my gosh, you just said that.
That I do not think a 2-loss team should be.
With you.
Now, no. I mean, there's going to be too many 1-loss teams or no-loss teams that deserve to be in it.
So you tell me a 1-loss Michigan and or a 1-loss Ohio State doesn't deserve to be in over a 2-loss LSU?
No, they both deserve to be in over.
Okay,
LSU.
but that's not what's going to happen
Maybe
the way
Alabama.
the rankings are.
Why don't they just have a play-in game?
It all goes back to basketball.
Just saying. Wait. I'm a basketball coach.
I
Have you
know.
heard me call volleyball? It's all basketball terms.
I
That was me,
heard
yeah.
it was a great
I
call.
thought there was passes. I thought there were passes in volleyball.
There are passes. in
Okay.
volleyball.
Yes, there is.
Then why do we get yelled at for it?
I think it was the infractions.
That was
No, it was. I heard it was passes. It was even
No,
comments
it
that
was-
said,
yeah.
"Why is it saying passes?" Because I thought there wasn't.
I think that was also
passes.
part of the comment that we were doing a disservice to the whole industry and ruining civilization as we know it. Something like that.
Man, if we were that awesome, we'd run a lot of other things.
Well,
I got a list.
If anybody,
Congress.
if anybody, oh jeez, if anybody's listening tonight, trust me, we've ruined plenty of things. Your virgin ears for one. If you're doesn't understand.
Oh,
All right, moving on.
hey, just one person on here does not announce all the views of everyone on here. You know,
I love hearing that. The views of
the
coaches' box are not necessarily the
views of all the coaches.
So, Zach, who would be your top 4?
the 4 that right now, those 4 that are undefeated. You're undefeated. Plain and
Who's all
simple.
undefeated?
Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, and TCU. They're all 10-0.
Okay.
That's right.
And like I said, at some point, Michigan and or Ohio State is going to lose. So then you've got one loss. One of them is going to go play for the conference championship. That's the other thing. How is Tennessee, who cannot, and I don't think they can, get into the SEC championship? How are you going to put a team that didn't even make it to a conference title in the playoff
Because
as
they
one
have
of
an
the
East
top?
and West division.
But they weren't good enough. They weren't good enough to even make the conference title game, let alone a national championship playoff.
It is the toughest conference in college football.
Okay.
So what? So let's say Michigan Ohio State played like a 1-point ball game.
They played
Either
a
way.
1-point ball game.
All right.
Yeah.
So the loser is automatically out, even though they lost a 1-point ball game to somebody who's undefeated. As long as there's another undefeated team.
That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like college football. I think it's stupid. The fact that you can have such a great season, you have one slip up, and you're done. You are freaking done. You're done. And if you're lucky, if you're lucky. You get by with the one loss, and you have a chance to possibly play for it.
I still think the eye test has to be part of the decision making.
But they're not going to do it. It's when you lose, because look at LSU. They lost week 1, and here they are at 6. Look at Oregon. They until last week's loss. I know, but you were talking. So you were
because I was finishing my point.
You were at 6. They were at 6, and then they lost. And now they're out. But they got whooped. They got absolutely murdered by Georgia week 1.
Taking the woodshed
Because it was a new head coach trying to get everything in, but then all of a sudden they're the darlings again, get all the way up to number 6, and then they lose. They're out.
Outside of Missouri, everybody got murdered by Georgia.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I just look at it like this. Again, I think it's terrible that you can that you can have that slip up, and then you go to other college sports. Like, I mean, when's the last time we had an undefeated basketball team? What, 76?
Indiana.
76
yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah, but it's you. Hold on, you said you
can
brought
lose. You can lose in the regular season and still contend for a national championship in every other college sport but football. If you lose one, you're in big trouble. I know we're talking about the number of games.
Unless you're in the SEC, you can still lose one and get in.
That's again. Why is that?
Which is why I still
That's
think,
why I say you need to play.
You go to
still think Tennessee gets in.
Playoffs.
I still think Tennessee gets into the top 4.
Playoffs. Bigger. Expand the playoffs.
TCU is going to lose at some point.
16 teams.
They've been close too many times.
Yeah, if TCU loses, Tennessee is in.
I'd agree.
What about Clemson if they win the ACC?
No,
the ACC is not very strong. It's not strong
enough. It's not even a real conference.
The eye test. You have to have the eye test.
It's better in basketball.
You can't say that about the Big Ten because it's Ohio State and Michigan.
The Big Ten is Big Ten is better than the ACC.
There's only 2 teams in the Big Ten that are worth a crap.
Exactly.
And then Iowa's kind of like maybe sometimes.
Iowa's awful.
Sometimes they're okay.
Michigan and Ohio State are 2 of the best teams, but when you get that, it falls off significantly.
Okay.
After that.
What?
It's no different than the Big 12, and it's no different than the Pac-12. It's no different than the ACC.
Yeah, exactly.
But you haven't named the one that's really different then.
The SEC.
Yes.
The SEC is
where
different.
you have a lot of teams that are really good.
So
then
that Ole Miss needs to be in the playoff.
Yeah. I think if Ole Miss was in any other conference, they would be really good.
Yeah,
because you talk about the teams you're playing.
If Ole Miss was in the Big 12, they'd be
one of the top
TCU.
teams. And Kansas.
But if Ole Miss was in the Big 12, they wouldn't be getting those athletes because they would be staying in the SEC.
Okay, why is that? Because the best athletes are where, Zach?
In the SEC.
Okay, so we're saying the best athletes
in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, in the South.
Okay,
yeah.
So
Texas.
you're only proving the point the SEC is the best conference because they have the best talent?
So I think Ole Miss should be part of a discussion towards the tail end of the top teams because they have a really good record in a really good conference.
But they really lost.
They really lost.
I mean,
was it a fake loss?
I like Ole Miss. I like Kiffin. I like what he's doing.
Hey.
But at the end of the day, that's why I say you either got to go to mega conferences or you've got to expand the playoffs.
Expand the playoffs.
Eight's the better option.
What's Casper down here think? He's kind of ghosted us again.
I have.
I'm zoned out. I don't know anything about football.
He's over here on the
what's Kentucky's football record?
Well, they lost 3 now.
Oh,
in a row?
They're
so are they still in it?
Yeah, they're not.
No. Yeah, okay, no.
No.
Why not?
It'll be in the Chick-fil-A Bowl or the Maxi Pad Bowl or whatever. That'll be something.
They will. They'll be in their bowl.
Nestle tea.
Lipton's tea bowl.
I was waiting for that.
I said Nestle.
The Lipton tea bowl.
Yep. Nestle iced tea.
There is Nestle tea.
Is the hot tea hot or cold? Is it hot tea?
Oh my!
Anyway,
Sun tea.
You must be thinking of the Sun Bowl.
My
this is a combination.
The Sun Bowl.
I don't know.
I don't know. We could argue about this a long time. It's
kind of what we're doing.
It's the SEC. I'm sorry.
They're just better.
How about, since you want to talk about something else, how about Tom Brady? He's 2-0 since the divorce.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
Would you rather be Tom Brady winning games, or would you rather be Tom Brady married to Giselle?
Oh man!
Hey, 2 years ago he was both.
No.
2 years.
We're not. Hey, we're not 2 years ago now, Kevin.
So about 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you had your choice, would you be Tom Brady winning games and not married to Giselle? I can't even say it right
Giselle.
now. Yeah, there you go. Or the opposite. You're losing, but you got her.
Yeah, but I'm Tom Brady, so I can.
No.
Probably
I
get
can be
something
another
else.
Gazelle,
Yeah.
You know, there's more fringe benefits that go with this. The fact that she's has more money than you,
All right, well,
and she's a supermodel.
okay, but I'm sure Tom Brady will be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying just winning the games? I'll take the winning games.
Just win,
and a
baby.
divorce.
Well, I mean,
Just win, baby.
yeah,
and losing half of my stuff.
Al Davis had it right.
maybe she's gonna have to pay him.
Yeah, the prenup may lean towards Tom on this one.
I mean, she can afford an island and her own law firm.
Speaking of, you're talking about all that. You know, this is goofy, but
Divorces?
paying. Like Nick Cannon, have you heard about this guy? He's got 12 kids, and like half of them are within 6 months of each other. They said he pays over. No, seriously, he says he pays like $3 million in child support every year.
What was
$3 million.
What's the
NFL?
what's the
Cromartie? It is. He's got 13.
That's why he's on like 39 different shows on MTV.
Has to be. Pay for that.
Has to.
Who is that
insane.
again?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Golly, dude.
He was on Nickelodeon when you were a kid, probably.
Yeah.
Drumline.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of kids.
That's him. That's him.
It's Drumline.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Hosted America's
Wild
Got
Out,
Talent for a
America's
while.
Got Talent.
yes.
All that.
Yeah.
Oh, Cromartie has a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Wasn't he married?
He was married to
Mariah
Carey.
Carey.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you doing? It's Mariah Carey. Just saying.
Yeah.
Idiot. What an
Gosh.
idiot. Dummy.
Wasn't Sean Kemp had a whole bunch of them too? There's a bunch of them.
How about Wilt Chamberlain? Winning. Drop the mic. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing, rookies.
Winning.
Oh my god!
Did he do it without paying child support?
I'm pretty sure he did not pay child support.
Was that even around?
My gosh.
I
don't know. Is that a new low?
It's a pretty high number.
Oh man.
That's What do you die from?
Did you see?
Wilt?
I don't know if you guys saw this. It kind of broke late that we may trade Newt for a catcher. Toronto.
Is it a good catcher?
It's
one of
either
their
the Kirk kid.
Is Tyler O'Neill still on the team?
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought Nudabar was maybe our most.
That's why he's got trade value. O'Neill has no trade value.
Nope.
Get him for a couple of 45-pound weights.
So here's the thing:
carry him over for
Toronto has the two catchers are pretty good, and they're both fairly young. Kirk is one of them.
Kirk's the pudgier one.
Mejias or whatever.
Yeah, Mejias.
Yeah, one of them is
he's a
switch.
He's a switch hitting catcher, I believe. And I mean, I would.
It's going to take Kirk was an all-star this year.
Yeah.
So it's going to take something with some significance to get him.
I know.
Well, here's a name that we haven't heard at all. And is he left out in the wash? That's Gorman.
Gorman's probably
He's trade
DH, or he's a trade.
But are you sold on Donovan? Or do you? I mean,
Donovan at this point, Donovan's your starting second baseman.
So you've given up on Gorman?
Gorman's your DH,
or you
now that there's no Pujols there. Yeah.
So you're going to have a 20
Donovan right now. You can get something pretty good for him. He's a Gold Glove.
I don't. Yeah.
Finalist.
So you've got an opportunity.
He's
a utility
Gold Glove.
utility.
So you've got somebody like that you maybe could trade and utilize for that and keep Gorman.
I don't want to trade in the off season. I want to buy in the off season. I don't want to give up pieces.
I don't like the trading either in the off season. Go buy a catcher.
Yeah.
If
now here's what they said about, and I think it was catchers or shortstops.
The market is not very good for catchers.
Well, here's what they said. Shortstops. Another one is any of those guys that at shortstop. you also have the Red Sox, you also have the Dodgers, you also have the Yankees. So you have all these big market teams that are going to outspend us. And so that's why shortstop, we won't probably be able to buy one.
No, we will not. No,
we're not getting a shortstop
it's not that
anyway.
we can't buy one. It's that we're unwilling.
We won't.
Yeah, we're unwilling to buy one.
So you're saying there's not a chance?
Well, we're
going to
catching
go get a
wise,
catcher.
if we go get a
What was
catcher,
this 1 in a million stuff?
the catcher stuff is probably going to end up being one of the two from Toronto or
I
what's
want
the
Murphy.
guy? Murphy.
I want Murphy.
From
Contreras,
Oakland.
No, Murphy's going to
Contreras
require
is probably going to be your
more.
DH if he comes here. He's not catching for you.
Who?
Contreras.
I want home runs.
You want to
think he's not going to catch
Murphy?
He's
Murphy, I think, hits
he's not
several
an everyday
home runs.
catcher. He's just not. He's
You talking
not
about
good
Contreras?
Contreras is not good behind the plate.
No, he's not. But if
And that would be far too much of a drop off from what we've had.
Sean Murphy is going to require us trading Gorman and then something else.
Yeah.
We're not going to get. And the thing is because they don't have another catcher like Toronto does. Toronto has 2 catchers. They can get by with trading one of them and getting a piece back. If we go for Murphy, you've got to give up more because they don't have the
I
one
am
waiting in
not
the
sold
wings.
on Gorman. So
I'm not either.
I
trade
think
But does he have
if they
too
trade,
small of a sample size?
yeah, I think it's too small right now. I think
He's
you got to
also
get him another
first
year
year.
to acclimate.
I
him.
know. I just
Hey, how about O'Neal? Are we sold on him yet?
No.
How about
Get rid of
DeYoung?
him.
No.
Oh, so should we get rid of him?
There's your starting shortstop and left fielder next
How about
year.
we trade him to the
Sure.
Mexican League?
Edmund is your starting shortstop. Donovan is your starting second baseman. Mo's already said it.
DeYoung is your starting shortstop. I promise you.
Listen, right now,
DeYoung loves him.
right.
DeYoung loves him.
Loves
DeYoung
Mo.
loves, yes,
Mo.
Mama
Mo
DeYoung
loves
loves her.
both of
Yeah,
them.
loves Paulie.
They love each other.
So I would say, shoot, man, I'll tell you, I would trade DeYoung for Rube Baker right now.
Well, if they're going to trade an outfielder, I think
you know
that
Rube
almost
Baker's?
guarantees that Jordan Walker's in your outfield next year.
No, it won't.
No, he ain't coming
They
up.
will not
They ain't
bring him
starting
up.
his
You won't
clock.
bring him up till May.
They
How
ain't
much
starting
money
his
is that?
clock.
May.
How much money you want to put on this? I don't think Walker comes
The
until
only way
late.
he comes
May.
up is if
May.
3 guys get hurt.
May.
May.
Is that after?
Because you won't
don't
lose
start
Is
the
that
clock.
when you don't lose the year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it-
that's when it won't
late.
be until then.
It's
May
middle
something.
of May.
Yeah,
May
something like that.
15th or something
so
like that.
then they'll bring him up.
Yeah, because that's what they've done in that in the past.
They
where
did that
don't-
with Gorman this year.
Yes. You wait.
What happened to the days like when you
Pujols?
get someone like
But-
Pujols and you just play him?
Well,
But
because
I will say,
All
so
these
they-
other teams
Pujols
do
came
it.
up.
That's
because
what
Pujols
this
came
is-
up because Bonilla got hurt.
I don't.
It's all
Okay,
about this.
Well,
this
here's
is
the
my
thing.
argument. That all these other teams do it. Why the hell can't we? Why can't we play a 19-year-old? All these other teams do it.
Because we're worried about
small
this.
market.
Well, okay.
We're not
so,
a small market.
I
it comes
agree.
back-
We're not a
it
small
depends on-
market.
Because Adley Rushman, the catching prospect from the Orioles, was called up late this year, I believe.
May.
He was he rookie of the year.
Yes.
So he gets his
I thought it
full
was
year
the dude-
service.
I thought it was the dude
No.
from
He
the
wasn't.
Mariners.
He was
the
no, it was
shortstop.
last year's rookie of the year.
No, he was this. He played this year. This year was his first year.
But apparently it was ruled that they gave him, because of however things went, he, I guess through arbitration of some nature, he got a full year service.
I think it might have been because they called him up. I don't know if they called him up.
He
they
he was not scheduled to get a full year, but something happened where he ended up getting a full year. I still think you're going to see more of that happening.
Well, when they changed the CBA,
I
that
think
might change.
It's the Chris Bryant rule. Because the Cubs did that with Chris Bryant and got themselves in trouble. He tried to sue to get that whole year.
Yes.
For that, and
No,
he didn't.
I hate that we're always using that excuse.
What, the clock?
Yes.
Well, get over it because
the way
we're
it's gonna
Cardinals
be.
fans until DeWitt sells the team and Moselak's gone.
I think Mo
That's
might be
the
a
way
little
it is.
bit on the pushing ground here a little
I
bit.
don't think
I
so.
think so.
No.
You think what?
I don't know.
I
what
think he's
you
on
mean.
the pushing ground. Like get.
No,
this
they're
this
not.
is it. This
no,
is it.
they're not.
Hey, what is the pushing ground? Is that an Illinois saying?
I know. I'd never heard pushing
never
ground
heard of
before either.
The hot seat?
No, we don't use that word.
I can't even use
Push
context
it.
clues
Push
to
it real
figure it out.
good.
Yeah, I know. He went from beat it to push it.
Push it real good.
Da, 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 da,
I am not teabagging anything.
Whoa, family show here.
Chris over here.
Man,
Jesus.
Nestle
Show.
tea. I
That
Why
thought
do
we
you
were
gotta keep
done.
saying teabags?
That
Stop saying
escalated
teabags.
quickly.
Dun, dun, dun. Now that song's gonna be in my head the rest of the night.
Oh yes.
Not the
There's a
one you.
He-Man theme song.
And tomorrow.
So, I don't remember what we're talking about now.
We're talking about how the Cardinals never bring anyone up because they're too young. Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I don't know.
That's some good commentary there.
Well,
He's
they
not
still
the best
need
color guy in the country
exactly.
for nothing.
They still need power hitting outfield. They still need a minimum of 2 legit starting pitchers.
How about some guys just get on base? I don't even give a damn if they hit the ball over the fence. How about you just get on base?
Hey, hold on. You just told him over there.
Gone.
Hey,
the shift's gone.
No.
Okay. So now
do we get Matt Carpenter? Does he come back like Pujols?
You did not just say there's talk.
Him and Holiday are really, really tight, and they talked about that on the.
Yeah, that's good because Holiday doesn't make personnel decisions, so I'm glad for that.
Well, we're
tight. Hey, you want to come over for dinner? Sure. Can I get on the team? No.
That might happen.
No.
Sorry, Matt. You're Holiday.
101. They were talking about it. Was it not yesterday?
Fired.
Maybe
it's not happening.
Yesterday or the day before yesterday, they were talking about on 101.
Dude, you really are drinking the Ron Rhodes juice. Jeez. You had him at your practice.
1-2-2.
You had him at your practice working on the one,
man,
whatever.
Old man 1, old man 2.
And then, not only that, now you're on the Matt Carpenter chain. You're going to have jerseys and bats signed and all kinds of stuff.
I did.
Salsa signed, everything.
You're going to be putting kids in trash bags pretty soon.
Might be. Might be.
He's going to be weighing the girls and all that like Ron did.
Coach.
My
he
goodness.
came on the show and talked about it. I don't know what to tell you. It's out there. The internet's forever. It was great.
Yes,
it
it
was great.
is.
What?
You don't remember that?
You don't remember him
I don't
saying
remember that.
Oh.
No, we'll talk about it off the air.
Yeah.
It was great. I'm over here
You
going,
can go
oh
back
my
and watch
gosh.
it
Yeah,
on
hey,
our YouTube channel.
Yeah, go YouTube channel when Coach Rhodes showed up.
Oh, I'll have to do that.
You were not here that night?
I was not.
He might
not.
have broke his leg or
No,
his foot or
no.
his hip or something. He might have been
No, it
on.
might have been
he
when
might have
Weston
been on
was. It might have been
a
when Weston was
cocktail
in the
of-
hospital.
It was when he was born.
It might have been.
It was last year.
Yeah.
It was early last year. But season.
Well, if it's
It
November.
was like episode 90 something or other.
It was a basketball season last year.
Well, if
so
it was the start of basketball, it was right after the Bayless game we had Weston.
I think it was about
yeah.
early in the season.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's when he came on.
Yeah, I wasn't here when he was on. I don't think.
No, I don't think you were, and that's why we had the extra mic, and Coach Rhodes showed up, and then we were all like, oh my gosh, he said that.
Trash bag.
We're going to be called as witnesses.
But he did say, I could not do that today.
It's a statute limitation. That was 40 years ago.
Yeah, he said, I could do that today. Could not.
When girls basketball was invented.
Oh my gosh. Coach Rhodes, these guys are just ripping you.
I hope he's watching.
Says the guy who yelled at him about Matt Carpenter.
No kidding.
Matt Carpenter
I'm going to ask him, are you watching right now? You're getting wrapped out. Big time.
Wrapped out.
Who taught him English?
Hey, that's
This is definitely Illinois talk.
You go to Illinois and spend a week in there hunting, and you come back and you have all these goofy sayings.
It happens.
What? What? That wasn't even shit happens. What was that?
Exactly what that
It happens.
What? Almost the whole show without action.
Sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Such a great movie.
That's so underrated.
Oh, man.
Underrated and won how many Academy
Underrated.
Awards? What are you talking about? Speaking of
I love
things that
that
can't
show.
be remade anymore, did you know? Here's your fact of the day.
But he's never seen it.
He's
so don't
never
worry.
seen the movie. But Robert Downey Jr. got an Oscar nomination for Tropic Thunder, Best Supporting Actor.
No way.
Yes, he did. Yes,
How did
he
I
did.
miss that?
Yep. Yeah.
And you know, and what was his role in that movie?
I'm the guy playing the dude disguised as another dude.
Basically wearing blackface the entire time.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So all the
Movies that
celebrities
can't be remade.
Yeah.
That one.
So all the celebrities, when you go and you talk about all your agendas, yeah, go back and you'd like to thank the Academy for that.
He's Iron Man. He got away with it.
Yep.
All's forgiven.
All's
Save the world.
forgiven.
Iron Man.
He beat Thanos. All's
That's right.
forgiven.
He did. It was a good snap.
So Ron, I guess, wasn't watching, huh?
He said, I just turned it off after the last segment. He asked, should I be watching? I said, yeah, you should have. They were
It
roasting
was
you.
all of Jarvis's
day.
all of Jarvis's teabagging talk over there. He said, "That's too much for me."
talk. That
I'm a-
was you guys.
What are
Rhodes
you
is like,
talking
I'm
about?
a coffee man. I'm not a tea man.
End it. It's over.
Oh, boy. Well, thank you for spending the night.
House.
And something about when we have the show here at Pius.
Hey, so just if you want to check out a professional show that doesn't have all the crazy stuff, check out tomorrow. You can see On the Move with the Caravan football preview.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've stumbled over it, so that's good. On the Move with the Caravan football preview with Jim Powers tomorrow at noon. We'll be talking about some of the matchups and some of the state playoffs. It should be a lot of good stuff and highlighting those teams and programs and athletes. And tune in for some more free content. This is free. Yeah. Don't even correct me.
He went down to Annapolis.
Yeah,
It happens.
Hey, I'm got No Shave November going on right here.
I see this.
Yeah,
Give it a few more weeks. We might grow
months.
in. I'll pat you there, pat you here, pat you there.
Pat you all the time. It is what it is. All right, well, appreciate you guys.
My assistant coaches are so much nicer to me.
Coach Buddy.
Yeah,
Coach Buddy's nice all the time. I don't think he's ever been mean or mad.
Probably don't make him do
know
your
him very
huddle.
well.
Maybe not. What?
I said it's probably because he doesn't make him do the huddle.
Oh my gosh! Just stop. All right.
Or
thanks for
I don't
tuning
make them
in.
let practice all the time.
We'll let you guys know because, of course, Thanksgiving is next week. We might be taking the week off just because
this guy is.
And I'm pretty sure that's the case. And we will see you guys in a couple of weeks with another episode of the Coach's Box. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, hanging out, and having fun with us. We'll see you all later.
Peace.